Brad Hinkle, graduated in 1986, played football, basketball, and baseball. I've got fond memories probably, obviously, of all the peers that I grew up with in elementary school, then went to junior high, and then hooked up with here at Olathe South. And then the coaches for each respective sport, starting with the old school, Bud Wheeler, 1950s in Oklahoma, kind of the hardcore salt tablets, no water back in the day. Then Tom Odell playing basketball was great. One of the English teachers, one of the funniest teachers I've ever had during the day, and one of the funniest coaches I've ever played for. And then Coach Don Perkins for baseball was a younger coach, came in around 24, 25 years old or so. And just all the teachers and the peers and the students in the community here at Olathe South. Well, started thinking about it driving over here today. Probably played sophomore, junior, and senior year well over 100 games for all three sports. A couple memorable games, one not necessarily favorite, probably more the agony of defeat, and that was football. Our junior and senior year, we had some really good players and really good football teams. In our senior year in the fall, beautiful fall evening. Olathe was kind of a small town back then, but there was about 5,000 to 7,000 folks, Olathe North against Olathe South. And long story short, ended up losing a close game 12-7, and that was immediately the end of a season for us. So two of the best teams in the state, and both didn't really get to go to the playoffs. That hurt, but standing there, nice weather, 45 degrees, end of the season, end of a chapter, but just looking in out of the stands. I'll forever remember that, but not necessarily positively, but 30 years later you can. And then probably the best moment was the very last game playing for Coach Perkins on the baseball team. After all the seasons and all the sports, we ended up winning the state championship down in Wichita, so nothing like that was more the thrill of victory. So those two are the most memorable. There's probably a ton of factors starting from kindergarten all the way up through senior year in high school, and I'd have to start with my parents and my grandparents. I was kind of a high energy kid. My mom always said, she taught in the district for 50 years, that by today's standards, I probably would have been misdiagnosed with ADHD, but it was more energy and all that stuff. So all the teachers, to include junior high and high school, they got either spoke to me or got through to me, both the positives and the negatives, to keep me plugging along. Just like a lot of kids today, a lot of forks in the roads. And they kept steering me in the right direction, because I could have gone one way or the other. But principals, and I went to the principal's office quite a bit, counselors, teachers, coaches, and then peers also. Probably just not even an athlete or a student, but every step and every chapter along the way, to include what I'm doing now in the military. Hopefully being a positive influence on others, and quite frankly, picking up folks at a low point, whether or not it's within the confines of a game. Someone might not have made a mistake or something. They might be down on themselves, to go over and give them a pat on the back or pick them up, or let's get them next time. But in life also, that's what I'd hope to be remembered by. Probably just like life, you start it, there's chapters going all the way, you're going to have ups and downs, you need to pick yourself back up, cherish a moment with your peers and friends, respect your coaches. Well, I'm not not sure what really brought you through to the hallways, but whether or not it was to see a son or a daughter or a grandchild for a cheer event or a drill team event or a science fair or robotics, but enjoy the day, enjoy the time, and hope you have a blessed day and be positive to others.